YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Logan, aka Pittsburgh Jit, and in today's banger video, I got you guys the top 5 meta loadouts here in Season 4 Reloaded of Warzone. If you haven't known already, the Krig got nerfed, and I have a #1 rifle in my top spot, so without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the loadouts, man. Alright, so as always, I start off with my perks and equipment for the loadouts. And starting off with my tactical, I use either stim shots in Resurgence or smoke grenades in BR. And to be completely honest, you could use smoke grenades in Resurgence as well, because smokes are instantaneous cover at all times, so just remember that. But I do like stims in Resurgence, especially when making gas plays in the final circle and endgame, so it's up to you. And then for my lethal, I either run throwing knives in Resurgence for those instant finishes whenever you down an enemy, or I like impact grenades in BR. And again, you can use impact grenades in Resurgence as well, but basically I use impact grenades because if you have a squad camped in a building, and you and your squad have impact grenades, you can just toss an impact grenade, maybe 2 or 3, whatever, in a building and just blow up their entire squad. So yeah, either impact grenades or throwing knives are the best options. And then for my perks, perk 1 is always going to be Scavenger. Scavenger is so nice, man, because cash is kind of scarce in this game right now. And I don't know if they're going to up that, but you get max ammo whenever you get your loadout, which is kind of a bonus, I guess, but you also resupply ammo, plates, and cash from dead enemies. So you'll drop like whenever you kill an enemy, they'll drop a scavenger pack, and you get about, I think it's $1,000 now in Season 4 Reloaded. So very beneficial. For perks 2 and 3, for perk 2 especially, I either use Quick Fix in Resurgence, or for BR I use Tracker. These are probably the 2 best options. Sprinter's not bad if you really want the attack sprint, like indefinitely, but honestly, Tracker or Quick Fix are the way to go. And then for perk 3, I use Tempered in Resurgence and Bird's Eye in BR on Verdansk. Tempered so you can play it up as quickly as possible. And then Bird's Eye shows you everybody on the minimap, even ghosted players. So those are my perks and equipment, guys. So starting off the list, guys, I have an honorable mention for you guys. It's actually the STG, and of course I got the Jackal paired up with it, but the STG44, which was actually the meta AR or meta rifle and ranked Rebirth on MW3. But here's my build for it. And yeah, I don't know. This is just such a shocker. Like an MW3 rifle is like it's in the meta, but it really is, man. So I got the Jag Glassless optic, which is my personal optic of choice. It says precision sight picture with no cons, but I think it gives you fire and aim stability, or at least it did last year. And in my opinion, it's my favorite. So we got that. We got the Shadow Strike suppressor, or really any suppressor at that. You stay off the radar and it increases your bullet velocity and damage range. The Fernjuger 792 barrel, or however you pronounce it, for more bullet velocity and range, and a little bit of aiming idle sway, which is nice. But if you don't like the 792 barrel, you could use the C70 long barrel, as well as the a Crux heavy barrel. But just to note, it does hurt your ADS speed if you put on the heavy barrel. And the C70 long barrel, it gives you more bullet velocity, but it hurts your recoil control a little bit more. So I like the best of both worlds, the recoil control and the bullet velocity and range. So yeah. Skip the underbarrel. I rock the 50 round drum, which is a necessity, especially considering it's an MW3 weapon, and you're going to need more bullets because it doesn't kill as fast as BO6 weapons. And then finally, the DR79 combo stock for recoil control and fire aim stability. And then, like I said, I pair that up with the Jackal, which, in my opinion, it might be a top 5 SMG for real, but I have it in my honorable mention slot. So, and I think this is the best build. So I got the long barrel for the maximum damage range. You're at over 14 meters effective damage range, which is not bad. The Ranger foregrip for horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. Extended mag 2, which is the max 50 rounder. Ergonomic grip for that slide to fire, dive to fire, and ADS speed. And then the balance stock for the aim locking speed, movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed, which I've always loved the balance stock on this. But if you don't like it, rock the infiltrator stock. That's not a bad option as well. And then for the actual top 5 list, starting off with number 5, we got the AAX. This thing is an absolute beam, man. It's probably my favorite gun in the game, but it's just not absolute meta. It's in the list, but it's not absolute meta. So we got the compensator for that vertical recoil control and recoil stabilization. The gain twist barrel to maximize your bullet velocity, which you're over a 1250 meters per second bullet velo. You're almost at 1300, and you're at a 47 meter effective damage range, which is perfect, especially for Rebirth or Resurgence, but you could use this on big map as well. The vertical foregrip for that horizontal recoil control. Extended mag 2, which is the max 60 rounder. And then the balance stock for that strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim locking movement speed. And then I pair that up with the Ladra, which I just made a video on this, I think like a few days ago, but I don't know like if it's necessarily in the top 3 SMGs. I just don't really like the feel of it as much, but anyway, this is my build for it. It's not a bad gun. I got the long barrel for that damage range. Ranger foregrip again for that horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. Extended mag 1, but if you want, you could rock the 66 round drum mag. Ergonomic grip again for the dive to fire, slide to fire, and ADS speed. And then the balance stock again for that strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim locking movement speed. And then for loading number 4, it's the KSV, which I'm actually trying to get a gameplay with this here soon. I really like the KSV, especially with this blueprint, the Fair Dinkum blueprint, which gives it like, you could say pay to win iron sights. It's pretty nice. But yeah, this is my build. I got the reinforced barrel for damage range and bullet velocity, which you're at over a 16 meter effective damage range and a 700 meters per second bullet velo, so or over that, which is nuts. Like, you could use this as a sniper support for sure. The vertical foregrip for the horizontal recoil control. Extended mag 2 for that 50 rounder, which is the max, but it has a very, I always say this wrong, I think it's a low DPM, low damage per mag, because there's only 50 rounds and it shoots pretty fast. The ergonomic grip again, and then I use no stock on this gun just for the strafing movement speed and movement speed. I think no stock is honestly perfect for the way I play, but if you don't like no stock, infiltrator is good, and balance is also very good. And then I pair that up with, yes, the Victus XMR, man. This just got buffed to where it's an infinite range for a one-shot headshot. So you will down an enemy if you hit a headshot. And this is my build for it. It's an MW2 sniper, so it's a little heavy and a little slower, but Yeah, this is my optic of choice, the SPX80 6.6 times. I just like it. I don't like the stock optic. I don't know why it's not showing. There it is. But yeah, I don't really like the stock optic, so I chose this one. Bruin counter ops suppressor, or I guess muzzle. Really any suppressor will work. And then the Mac 8 33.5 super barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and fire and aim stability, which really doesn't matter, but I just try to get that bullet velo and effective damage range up, which you're at 137 meters pretty much effective damage range. That is insane. And then oh yeah, I got the high grain rounds on there for more bullet velocity. Damage range doesn't really matter. And then I use the XRK Rise 50 stock for just to increase your ADS speed. So, yeah, I mean, your ADS speed's a little over 550 meters per sec or milliseconds, but like I said, it's a slower gun, slower sniper, but it packs a punch. And then on to loading number 3. I got the Compact, which is honestly one of the most underrated SMGs in the game. It's really never gotten nerfed. I think it's gotten buffed, if anything. Maybe not here in Season 4 Reloaded, but just overall, it's one of my favorite guns. And I actually got my PR on Rebirth solos on Rebirth with this gun. So with this exact build too. So I got the integrated suppressor barrel to stay off the minimap and increases your bullet velocity and damage range. Ranger foregrip again for the horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. Extended mag 3 for the maximum ammo capacity, which you're at a 60 round mag, it'll do because, again, the low DPM, it just shoots so fast that you're going to need the 60 rounder. Ergonomic grip again, and then no stock again, which I think no stock is a necessity for this gun. Infiltrator and balanced are also good options, like I said before with other guns, but I just think no stock gives you so much, so much outplay potential that you can't neglect it. And then I pair that up with the Kar 98, the infamous Kar 98, man. I mean, this thing is hands down the best Resurgence sniper, or I guess you could say marksman rifle, quote, marksman rifle. Yeah, we got the SPX80 6.6 times optic of choice. The sonic suppressor for that horizontal recoil control, vertical recoil control, and undetectable by radar. Which honestly, I'm now looking at it like, oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. I don't know what happened there, but it said recoil control, but it's actually it's actually bullet velocity and damage range. That's what I meant to say, but yeah, and again, you stay off the radar with this, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but the long barrel for that bullet velocity and damage range again. The recon sling for that flinch resistance and aiming idle sway, because when you're getting shot, you need that flinch resistance. It bounces all over the place. And then the high grain rounds for, again, more bullet velocity and damage range, which I've said this multiple times in my top 5, but a suppressor, the long barrel, and the high grain rounds are necessities for this gun. You need them for the maximum bullet velocity and damage range so that you can get that hit scan, headshot, and down. And then we're getting into the good stuff, man. So I wanted to talk about it, but the Krieg C got a big nerf. I wouldn't say big nerf, but it got nerfed a little bit, and it's just not as viable anymore. It's still good, like it'll still hit, but I have a gunfighter build for this specifically just because you need, I think you need 8 attachments. I don't think the 5 attachment will work. Again, I don't know. You can do what you want, but This is my build for it. I got the Jason Armory 2x optic for that recoil gun kick, and it just feels the best in my opinion. Especially with this green minimal reticle that I got on Warzone. So you just need to get 75 kills aiming down sights with the optic. The monolithic suppressor for that bullet velocity and damage range, and to keep you off the radar. You're at over a 1450 meters per second bullet velo and over a 40 meter effective damage range, which is perfect. The gain twist barrel just to maximize that bullet velocity so that you're at like true hit scan range. The vertical foregrip because the Krig still does bounce a little bit, and the vertical foregrip negates that, so you get horizontal recoil control. Extended Mag 2, the 70 round drum mag, which is perfect for wiping squads. The quick draw grip for the ADS and jumping ADS speed. The balanced stock for that strafing movement speed, hipfire movement speed, and aim locking movement speed. And then recoil springs for that horizontal and vertical recoil control, which if you really don't like, if you're really good with recoil control, just use the overpressured and you're basically hit scan at all ranges, especially on Resurgence. But yeah, that's my build for the Krig, man. And then just like as an added secondary, I think I had this in my previous top 5, but the Graova pistol, in my opinion, is the best secondary. And this is my build for it. The monolithic suppressor, the long barrel, extended mag 3 for the 60 round mag, so that you can basically beam. You can probably beam 2 enemies with this, maybe even 3, and get 3 downs. The weighted stock, which if you didn't know, gives you an alternate ADS. It's like a third person ADS. It's kind of weird, but when you get used to it, it's definitely the best option. And then rapid fire, just for that increased fire rate, because why not? And then for the number 1 meta loadout in the game, man, it's still the LC10 for the short range. And this is my build for it. We got the long barrel for that damage range. Ranger foregrip for the horizontal recoil control and sprinting movement speed. Extended mag 2, which is the max to 55 round mag. Ergo grip for that slide to fire, dive to fire, and ADS speed. And then the balance stock for the mobility benefits, man. This is hands down the best SMG or close range option in the game. And it's going to be that way until Season 5, guarantee you. And then for the number 1 AR or rifle in the game right now, it's the Growl, man. It's the SWAT 556 conversion kit that turns it into the Growl, which is a necessity. It's a full auto conversion kit, gives you movement speed and recoil control. And then obviously you need an extended mag with that, but there's only one option, and it gives you a 50 round mag, and it even gives you recoil stabilization, so that's nice. The vertical foregrip for the horizontal recoil control. The monolithic suppressor to stay off the minimap and increases your bullet velocity and damage range, but I've heard good things about the ported compensator. If you didn't know, in the Season 4 Reloaded patch notes, attachments got a buff, for pretty much every AR, or I guess in this case marksman rifle. And the ported compensator might be a contender to the monolithic, but up to you. You could run whatever one fits your playstyle. And then for the 5th attachment, I just like the optic. I like the Volshevsky reflex. It just feels good on this gun, but if you don't like, or if you like the iron sights, you could either rock the quick draw grip or the balance stock. It's up to you. I mean, even combat stock might work, but yeah, man. That pretty much concludes my top 5 meta loadouts here in Season 4 Reloaded. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. And I'll catch you all in the next one. We finally hit 150 subs. And we're working our way toward 200, man. So thank you again for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace out.